What is up, my dudes? Cheap bastard talking to ya, and in today's video, as promised, I'll push this i5-6400 to its limits and we'll see if it's still good in 2020 or if it is an overpriced garbage. So, I have put a GTX 1080 and 8 more gigs of RAM in this PC, and after taking a look at its specs, let's roll to the benchmarks. And the first game benchmarked today was Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six Siege. Using 1080p and ultra settings, I got these really high results, and that 45 FPS minimum was for like a millisecond probably, cause during the benchmark test and the gameplay I didn't notice any frame drops.
Davey!
Oh, come on, Michael, spare some swag to us mortals, man. But all I got back from him was these benchmark results on 1080p ultra settings. He was too busy to say anything else. On Fortnite, I got these benchmark numbers using 1080p epic settings. The gameplay experience was great except for a few stutters occurring now and then. On Counter-Strike Global Offensive, I was heavily bottlenecked by the CPU. Surprise, surprise. But still got these really good results using 1080p low settings. Moving on to Just Cause 4, we have a very similar situation here. The game is bottlenecked by the CPU a bit, but considering I got these FPS figures on 1080p very high settings, I really can't say anything bad.
Today I'm gonna be cussing in front of my mom.
And now let's just slide to the Overwatch benchmarks. Using 1080p and ultra settings, I got these amazing results. And since the summer is right behind the corner, why won't we put some heat onto our benchmarking stove, huh? So, using 1080p ultra settings, I got these pretty average results with a few stutters here and there. Red Dead Redemption 2 meanwhile was heavily bottlenecked by this i5, but despite that I got zero stuttering and these FPS numbers on 1080p medium settings. The time has come for us to move to a game which is scarier than entering a public toilet. Metro Exodus. Using 1080p ultra settings, I got these really amazing results because this is a strongly GPU dependent game. On Valorant, things got super weird. First, I tried to go on a match as usual, but due to the maintenance break I couldn't start an online match, so I just started an offline training round instead. And after passing the super glitchy character choosing screen, I finally got to play and got these benchmark numbers using 1440p highest settings. But honestly, they seem to be way above regular match numbers, cause there I was getting around 100 to 120 FPS. To conclude, this i5 is still okay. But when you look at the €80 price tag on AliExpress, I seriously cannot recommend you buying this CPU. What I am really suggesting you to buy is an i5-3570. It is really amazing for the price, and if I'll get my hands on one, I'll definitely compare it between this i5-6400. Subscribe to get a tasty ravioli.
Who put these rats in my ravioli? I didn't order ravioli.
And don't forget to stay cheap, my dudes. Cheap bastard out.
Oh, he did?